Yo, what up, though? What's the word, B? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, NoGame Feed. This is my artist, see no los. This is Smoke and Mirrors. When you're tired of being gassed by all the extra BS, you heard?
Cold for the night.
Tonight's segment, right?
Cold for the night.
Yeah, my co-host for the night is my artist, see no los. You know how I go. Tonight's subject tonight is we're gonna get into a little bit about Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is one of the illest dudes alive. Everybody know he's a two-sport player, successful out of Florida State, went on to play multiple teams in the NFL, received multiple accolades, and now he's the coach at Colorado University. Shout outs to Kai Mans, my boy Kyrie Mans. He's from the home team. He's from here. He plays defensive end, number 41 for Colorado University right now. That's my boy Next Level. Be on the lookout for him. We really getting in depth of how caring Deion Sanders is, and it shows a lot about his upbringing because a situation happened at UCLA maybe about a week ago. Colorado went to UCLA and played. Now some high school kids from California, they found their way and made their way to the Colorado University's locker room. And some jewelry and some items were stolen from the kids. And the kids was eventually caught, right?
Well, it was stolen from the locker room.
Yes, it was stolen from the locker room. And the kids was eventually caught. And it's a big ordeal that's going on. A lot of hoopla. And what stuck out to me the most is the way Coach Prime responded to the situation. What I have here is some footage of Coach Prime talking about the whole situation. And I'm going to play it and then we're going to elaborate on it and have some dialogue.
I saw a story today that, they caught 4 high school kids that stole the stuff from your locker room.
Yeah, let me address that. I love that.
Did you guys get everything back?
I have no idea. I haven't checked with all the kids. Let me address that. Let's not crucify and punish these high school kids. Okay? Whatever the punishment that comes along with it, all right, let that be that community service or whatever is it. But let's not abort the rest of their opportunities and lives because of a mistake. Because if we were to really do a roll call of mistakes at the age of 17 to 18 in here, I'm sure everybody would tip out of here with their head down like we're in church, okay? So let's make sure that those kids atone for what transpired, if it's community service, whatever it is, but they don't lose an opportunity to change their lives. They're kids. They made a stupid, dumb, idiotic mistake. Guess what? When I was 7 and 18, so did I. Alright? So did you. I'm praying for those kids. It was very unfortunate that we were on the other end of that, and some fans were stupid enough to say, well, they shouldn't wear that jury, okay? Or you should drive your car to work here. Somebody steal that. But let's pray for those kids, man, lift them up, and hopefully and prayerfully they get another opportunity. What's probably going to happen is they're probably going to name them and, expose who they are, and then all hell breaks loose because we're a society that likes to make a mockery of people that made mistakes in life when all of us have.
Saw a story.
Wow.
That's some of the realest shit you ever gonna hear. Shout outs to Coach Prime.
Yeah, Deion's different.
For you to be on the receiving end of somebody stealing from you something valuable as what it was stolen, and for you to be in that type of mood and respond the way you respond, Coach Prime, I salute you. That breaks you down, and that's gonna definitely put you in the category as being one of the prime, like top 2, if not the best coach. With that right there, you might just tip the scales at being the best coach all time in football, no matter about wins.
Yeah, well, I definitely know that he's different for that because think about it. He's looking at it as he's putting himself in those kids' shoes.
And you see how he's preaching the issue about community service, not even probation. He don't want them kids to go through the system.
And he's pushing the he's pushing it too as far as what he was saying as we all made mistakes when we were 17 and 18 years old. We're not gonna he's not having those children get crucified and have the opportunities of their lives be switched.
The best point
because of this situation.
The best point that he also made, and it's a fact, is that we as society, we tend to make mockeries over people who make mistakes in life. We all are human. We all are going to make those mistakes, okay? Some people might look at it as a knucklehead move. Some people might look at it as a dumb move. Whatever the case may be, there was high school kids that was misguided and probably wasn't guided to begin with. And then on top of that, though,
he took it into consideration to give them a second shot.
The answer that I need to know to the question that I have is, how was them high school kids able to bypass all that security at UCLA to even get to the locker room? UCLA should be held liable for anything that happened to Colorado University that game. Whatever got took for them, UCLA should be held liable because UCLA is a predominant and a prestigious university and a nationally known and ranked university. Whether they're not ranked this year, they might be. But they're a prestigious college that's been in the football named, hearing and bell ringing for decades and centuries since the beginning of the school's time. And it's California. Any college you visit, you go through multiple security checkpoints, and there's multiple security floating around the whole stadium. How did they get past the security that stands on post by the entrances of the locker room? That means nobody was around.
I'm quite sure they got the jewelry and stuff back.
Of course, they caught the people who did it, but at the end of the day, it's a breach of security. UCLA should be held liable for anything that happened because therefore them kids should have never made it to the locker rooms. You know how you have to get through and pass a whole lot of people to get to a locker room?
Yeah, well, no one got injured.
It doesn't matter if you got injured. It's a breach of security, bro.
No, I understand, but what were they being held liable for? That's all.
What you mean?
What would they be at this
The
point?
valuables that was taken from the football team, whether they got returned or not, you still got to be held liable because your security was breached.
So they pay?
No, they have to either upgrade their security and take partial blame for what happens, not just put all the blame on these kids. These kids ain't supposed to take all this criticism and scrutiny and mockery made of them when they bypass a prestigious school security.
Yeah, that's why Dion made that speech, to stop them from getting crucified before it happens, you know?
UCLA should be held accountable. This is what I'm gonna continue to kick and continue to put out there. Shout outs to Coach Kron for even sticking his neck out there for them children. But at the end of the day, them kids should not be the whole focal point and the focus of what happened at UCLA when UCLA's security team should be in hot water. And I'm pretty much sure that they're gonna be. Some people might have got fired, but the whole the head security staff responsible for that area or that wing, him and the whole crew that's in that area should be terminated. Because them kids, if they was on their job and they was doing their security work, them 4 high school kids would have never made it through the tunnel and to the locker room. Because that's the only way you can get that's the only way you can actually get to the locker rooms unless you're coming in through another direction of the school. And on Saturday afternoons during the football games, there's only one entrance to the football stadium. And the football stadium ain't even so much where the school is at. It's away from the school. So you got security around that whole thing. From front to back, inside and out. So how them kids get past all that security? All right, pay your tickets, get in. You got past that. You get to your seats, you cooling. How you get from your seats or whatever through the tunnel to the locker room? You gotta walk down a long ass tunnel. It's kind of crazy, but shout outs to Coach Prime for sticking up for them kids though.
Yeah,
And they was the ones that had it done to them.
Coach Prime did.
How his son is gonna respond.
Shout out to Coach Prime.
See, with all the love and care that Coach Prime displayed, we already know how Coach Prime is approaching this. He wants to teach them in a different way. He don't want to destroy their lives over mistakes. And that's real because most coaches will say, nah, we want to put charges on him. Nah, he has to go to the jail. He has to go through the system. Coach Prime don't even want that. He just want them to do a community service. And what better way than to do a community service than to have them high school kids clean the whole Colorado football stadium after a Saturday football game. You know it's going to be messy. And it's over 50,000 people that come to the games because they sell out every game. So it might be clipping the 100 piece. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man. Coach Prime, good job.
Yeah. Sanders.
Man, everybody follow Coach Prime. On Instagram, it's at Coach Prime or at Deion Sanders. Man, love y'all, man. Keep tuning in for this good content. We be building. Till then, be easy.